so true. I'd like to know your point of view.
Hi everybody, welcome to Evening TV. I'm Evening Ransom, and I recently did a video about when your narcissist parent dies, and that kind of fell into a few other topics. Today I want to talk to you about the rules in a narcissistic home. Because in that video I talked about that I was estranged from my family. I talked about why I had certain feelings about that I'd already lost my mother, and just how different it was dealing with the loss of a narcissistic parent or an estranged parent. The first rule is that your feelings are not okay. You are not allowed to have the full range of feelings. There's no room for your anger, there's no room for your sadness. You were taught from the time you were a little kid to stop crying. You're invalidated for your feelings. You know, stop crying, I'll give you something to cry about kind of thing. And they just couldn't go there. Narcissism is a defense mechanism against intimacy. Narcissism and parenting just doesn't go together. Narcissists just don't have the basic qualities that any competent parent needs to have. They need to be able to put someone else's needs ahead of their own. They need to have empathy, and they need to have, be open to giving and receiving love, and have, be able to provide affection, and all these things, and be emotionally mature, and just many things that narcissists can't really do very well. Number two, children need to act and be like adults, and this is basically because the narcissistic parents are emotionally immature, and they don't really want to take care of anyone. Depending on what their particular issues are, they might disclose really inappropriate things to their children, pile on burdens and responsibilities to children that are not age appropriate. Their children may have a role reversal with them where they're parentified, that they need to take care of themselves, and they need to take care of their parents a lot of times too. This can go another way as well, so I'll talk about that in a second. The children's needs don't matter, but it's all about the parents' needs. You must keep the family secrets to make your family appear to be more respectable or more socially acceptable than what's really happening. So your father rages and has this hugely inappropriate rage thing, and you can't ever talk about that outside of the home. You can't ever, because everyone else thinks that he's just a really nice guy, and all the abuse happens behind closed doors, so you don't dare talk about it. We don't air our family's dirty linen in public. And this is one thing, but what's very interesting is that if the narrative changes at some point, say you're a scapegoat and they turn on you or you get kicked out of the family, what you'll find happens is that story about is a one-way street, because if they're trying to set up a situation where to them now it isn't that you look like the perfect family. Now they're going to have to make a scenario where they look good but you look bad because you're no longer the perfect family, you're estranged or something like that. They will start talking about you and even lying about you to everyone. So that is a the don't air the family's dirty linen thing is not a all protective of the whole of the family thing. It doesn't extend to you. They're not going to extend you that same courtesy at all. So they aren't going to be protective of your privacy. If it serves them, they will certainly go ahead and disclose true or not true things about you if it serves their new chosen narrative. They will have a push-pull with attachment. So they might tell you they love you, or they might tell other people how great you are and that kind of thing. But then in private, they don't show you they love you. They don't really want to be with you. They don't express love. You don't get the feeling of love from them. They ignore you. They don't want to know about you. They don't know about you. They don't really know. They don't have intimacy with you. And so it starts up this cognitive dissonance. And also what society tells you that parents love their children, that no one loves you as much as your parents do, that it's unconditional love. So society is giving you this message that everyone believes, and it's not playing out in your life. And so you start to not believe yourself or not trust yourself because it contradicts everything that is supposed to be happening. So you grow up with a cognitive dissonance where you get a skewed idea about what love is. You get a skewed idea about what abuse is. You don't trust your feelings. You don't trust you don't know what your needs are. You don't know what healthy is supposed to be. You don't really have any ideas. This becomes your norm, and this becomes your definition of love, and because everyone tells you that's what it is, and so it's all you know. So you grow up thinking that it is. You can end up going your entire life with this skewed idea, and having a narcissistic family, growing up in a narcissistic family, or having a narcissistic parent, really is the most devastating thing because it will set the tone for your entire life, and you will go on to choose subsequent narcissistic relationships because it will be what you know. It will feel right to you because it's what you know. Some people get really lucky and they end up marrying somebody really good and having good friends, but what's more likely to happen, what happened to me in my case, was I got really sick, and my husband turned my family against me. I got to figure out that I was really alone, that my husband, my family, most of my friends were all narcissistic, and that I was in all these relationships where I was trying to earn love all the time, and they weren't balanced relationships. And that can be a really devastating moment. You grow up as a child, you grow up being hypervigilant. And this happens for two kind of opposite reasons. One reason this might happen is because you grow up with the message that you're not capable, that the world is a scary place. They don't let you do age-appropriate things like, learn to drive, get a job, start doing your own laundry and taking care of yourself in any sort of a way. Even younger than that, they don't let you go on the monkey bars. They don't let you turn out for Little League. They don't let you go to sleepovers. They keep you dependent on them and don't let you do things that are age appropriate, and so you don't gain that kind of confidence, and so you end up really scared and intimidated by the world and believing that it's a really unsafe place. That can happen, or the opposite can happen where they're very neglectful of you and they don't protect you, and so things happen because you're unprotected, and so you're out in the world as a child without any protection, and bad things happen. And so you get to be hypervigilant that way because you've learned firsthand of the bad things because you didn't have appropriate protection. And sometimes with certain parents, they can even take some kind of pleasure in when bad things happen, which is a special kind of twistedness. You can never need anything. You can never have any needs because your needs will totally annoy them. You'll end up with the feeling that you need to earn love. So you're constantly trying to people please, you're trying to not need too much, you're trying to not be a burden. You grow up feeling like you're a burden. So it's painful to need anything. You start denying your own needs and suppressing your own needs because it's too painful to not have them met and to realize that they're not getting met and that no one's really interested in meeting them. That being loved requires being perfect, but the little caveat is you need to be perfect, just not better than me. You need to be perfect, but you need to let me know that I'm even more perfect than you. And so that's the little thing. So you have to be perfect, but you have to be careful not to outshine your parent. You're always trying to protect their self-esteem. You're always trying to protect the false narrative that they have going on. You're always trying to make them feel good because you getting the crumbs of love depends on you making them feel good. And this is narcissists don't have children for the reasons most people have children. They don't have children for the right reasons. They have children in sort of a parasitic way. They have children for what the children can do for them. So they have children because the children will be an extension of them, or they have children because other people will think they're weird if they don't have children. You're supposed to have children. It's like a status symbol, like having a house and a car. You have children. You have children so they can do what you didn't do. You have children, so someone will love you. You have children so you have a legacy. All these things are what your children can do for you. That's why they have children. Those are some rules for if you grew up in a narcissistic family. And so that might make a little more sense now about why after a parent dies, things might be different for you than they would be in a regular family where, you know, you felt loved and supported and all of that, and you could be your authentic self and you were unconditionally loved. That would be a completely and totally different thing. If you think of any other things, please put them in the comments. Okay, any other rules, I mean. All right, thanks so much. I'll talk with you later. Bye-bye.